Hey YouTube, so for my first match of Dota 2, I'm going to show a tutorial on how to use the player sniper. So I'm going to do a bot match in easy. You can choose between different maps, but it really doesn't matter, it just determines on what side you start with. I'm going to do it solo as well. So it's a high graphic game, so it may take your computer to some time to load the game, but if you're hosting yourself, it shouldn't take too long. So here's what sniper looks like. Alright, so when you first start, here's your home base. The guy there to the left, that's the shopkeeper. So there's different builds you can choose from. I'm using the one that has the highest rating, which is the one that's currently selected. There's also many builds below it that have decent ratings. You can choose the one that you want, but I'm just going to stick with this one because it's the highest rating. So the bottom corner, that's your shop. You have your starting items on the top, early game, core items, and end game. There's a lot of items in the shop, so I'm just going to pick the starting items. Now you can level up your character. When you first start, you always get a level up, and choose a recommendation of what to use for your skill, which is the second one, which I selected. So I'm going to go help my teammate on the top part of the map because he has like an axe thing, so he's going to have to get close to the enemy to attack. My guy has a ranged attack, so I will go to the top to support him. Any character with a ranged attack is basically support. So the green guys running next to me, those are the creeps. Those are my team's creeps. They help fight for your team. They don't have much health. So you want to try to stay behind the creeps because see here they're doing the fighting for you. And you get your golden points, how you level up, by getting the last kill, the last hit on the enemy creeps or an individual character. So you want to try to move around as much as possible. That way it's harder for the enemy to hit you. And also you want to pay attention because the enemy can come behind you at any given point. So I just leveled up there and I chose my next skill point. So the big guys on the bottom, which you just barely saw on the screen there, those are the enemy heroes. The object of the game is to get to the enemy base. There's a lot of towers that you have to destroy before you can get to the base, and once the base is destroyed, then that signals the end of the game and you win. So here come the enemy creeps, so I'm going to back up and go behind my creeps. And we also have the two enemy heroes down there as well. So I leveled up again. Notice how it's highlighted, recommended spell to upgrade. Or I should say power up, whatever you want to call it. So your gold is constantly going to go up. Notice down towards the bottom where it says shop, that count of gold is constantly going up. You use that to buy your upgrades. And you get more gold even quicker by either getting the last hit on the enemy creeps or by killing one of the enemy heroes. So now we're going to push a little bit, it looks like. I take that back, my creeps got destroyed, so we're going to back off a little bit. Sniper's a very good character to use to start with. I'd recommend not only him, but really any support character in this game is good to start for beginners, because you can stand back in the battle a little bit and let the more experienced players get the heroes that either have a sword or just do melee combat to begin with. So the game's 5 minutes in and I'm only level 4. So every time you level up, your character gets more health and more mana. So what I'm going to go to right now is the secret shop. And I'm getting attacked, so because I wasn't paying attention. That is my bad. I should have had my screen focused on my character, so they came up behind me, I didn't even see them. So every time you die, you spawn back in your shop, so the enemy person that killed me is going to get gold off of me because they got because they killed me. So I'm going to buy some upgrades, the early game upgrades. I don't have enough gold for the last one, but that's okay. Now for your spells, you want to try to save them and use them on the heroes, and only the heroes. Because it's unnecessary to use them on the creeps because they don't have much health. Oh snap, there's the bad guy. Yeah, that's why I love the sniper character, because you can hit him from so far back. So there's the enemy tower right there. There's one of them. Has a ranged attack as well, and it's very powerful. So whenever you get near it, it's just going to start shooting at you. Pretty soon I'll be getting my special ability, which is Assassinate. It's a very high-powered ranged attack. So you pick a character to use it on, and it'll focus that shot on that character. Now I'm going to go back to my tower because he's chasing me. There's my level up, and then I'll get my Assassinate ability. But before that, I gotta back off. So every time you use a spell, it's going to use mana. So I'm going to focus my shot on the individual hero and see how it took quite a bit of health down just from that one shot. Then I'm going to put down my spray of bullets, and they backed off, so it didn't do much of anything. But notice how it does not hurt your allies, and that spell will only hurt the bad guys. So I'm going to try to use the Assassinate again on him. Take his health down even more. Granted, I'm only taking pieces of his health down, but over time, it's going to help my team out a lot. And now I'm 2-on-1. And I notice how I couldn't use my Assassinate ability because there is a cooldown to it. You have to wait about 2 minutes or so to use it every time. To use it the next time. Also notice that towards the bottom of the screen how it says stash. Those are items I have purchased, but I cannot pick up yet because I'm not in the vicinity of the shop. So my health is low. I'm going to use one of my items called a tango. Use it on a tree, and you get some health back. Now, one downside to this is you have to make sure that you're away from the enemy, because if the enemy starts to hit you, your health will stop going up. So my take aim ability is now maxed out, and I'm at level 8. Use Assassinate ability again. Notice how he's backing off now because I took quite a bit of damage to him. Now, depending on the skill level of the players, an individual game can last between 25 minutes to sometimes over an hour. So just keep that in mind when you're wanting to play a game. So I'm going to try to get rid of their tower. But I take that back because it looks like, yeah, the enemy is coming towards us now. So I'm going to use Assassinate again, try to get him to back off, and yeah, he did. Leveled up again, using my headshot ability. And my cooldown looks like to be 125 seconds for my Assassinate ability. That's why it is blue. So just to show you, it doesn't do much damage on the creeps, because the good creeps are already attacking them. I mean, it does help a tad, but I just did it to show you guys anyways. Aw, man, tried hitting the enemy hero. I accidentally clicked one of the creeps instead. Leveled up again, finished off my headshot ability. So the enemy tower is about gone. See if I can try to finish it off. And never mind. Now they're charging at us. And it looks like I might die. Yeah, he's coming up behind me. Probably not going to be able to get away in time. Never mind. Looks like I'm in the clear. Generally when it's 2-on-1, it's hard to get away. So there's my stash. I have 3 items in the stash. There's also a courier, which you can give items to you. But I'm just going to get my items now and not use the courier. But yeah, there's return the base, go to secret shop, return your items, and you just hit the keys on your the keyboard to use the actions. So I have quite a bit of gold, so I'm going to buy some more upgrades. So I guess I'll get the crystals. Oh man, I forgot to get off of the carrier. So I'll stick with the top, head back over. So they destroyed the tower. Pushing down even more now. So I'm just going to stay back and try to hit the tower a little bit. Now this is not a good idea to do if you're playing against actual players online, because if a enemy hero dies and they see me just standing there from their other teammates, they'll probably put down a scroll and teleport right next to me and just get rid of me. So I leveled up again, so I'm going to use it on my Assassinate. And here comes the enemy heroes. I'll back off. Now they're going to use spells on me. That guy's much faster than I am. Yeah, and he's gonna get me. Yeah. But yeah, it shows you how much damage they take on you. You can just look at their stats and that kind of stuff if you want, but I don't really pay attention to that. Every time you die, there's a respawn time. So I got 20 seconds remaining now. That's the downside of this game. It also gives the enemy advantage. So there's respawn down there. You can also buy back into the game directly, but it uses gold, and it's quite a bit. And there's my current gold right there. So whoops, I forgot to grab my item, so I'll grab it now. I purchased it. I'll get power treads, because there's my current gold. I almost have enough for it. Just got a little bit to go. So I'll buy a scroll and show you how to do it. It's only 75 gold. What you can do is you can put any place on the map. You want to do it where there's no enemies, and you can spawn there. Or I should say, sorry, not spawn there, move there directly. So you just click it and pick an area. It takes a few seconds. And then now you're placed right there. So my team heroes are going to push the middle. You got rid of another tower. See all these towers around here, you got to get rid of them before you can start hitting the base. So their tower's about gone now. I'm going to try to use the Assassinate on one of the enemy heroes to get them back off. Well, I tried to get him to back off, but now he's going to chase me. I got his attention. So I'll move back down now because I got my creeps for some protection. Well, I guess I just see my teammate here. I'll just wait for him. Now he'll start to move, so now I'll head back down because now it's 3 of us. So the game's getting towards the end now. You just gotta destroy the inner buildings first, and then you can work your way to the base. Since I have a lot of gold, I'm just going to start to buy some items, so that way if I do get hit, that the enemy player doesn't get as much gold. I was going to finish him off, my teammate got it before I did. Use it on him instead. And now the tower's going to start to get me instead. So I have 4 items in the stash now, but I'm not going to use them because here's their base now that we're attacking, so we're about to win. I don't know why he's going that way. He should be defending his base, but okay, that's the computer for you. And then see, here's the win. So the base just crumples. So, took almost 32 minutes. My team won 47-8, and I was 0-2. So here's the stats, like the chart, once the game's over. There's my character highlighted, showed the items that I had currently on me. And there's the enemy team, they had a lot more items. And yet they still lost, and there's all the gold and stuff like that. But yeah, here's introduction for Sniper. Hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks for watching.